Time for the Infinity War review. What is up, and welcome back to the Comic Book Hub. Welcome to part 2 of the marathon, whatever the hell you guys want to call it. Today we are reviewing Avengers Infinity War. Got my little Iron Man pop here. I need to buy, what do I need to get? I need to get Thanos, Corvus, Ebony. I want the whole Black Order in pops. That'd be so awesome. So yeah, if I get around to that, I will do that. But as of right now, I got my little Tony Stark just chilling with me as we review the movie. So I'm going to try and keep this fairly spoiler-free. I will have a spoiler section and then the non-spoiler section. So right now is non-spoilers, so don't worry. You don't have to click away if you haven't seen it yet. Granted, it's been out for a week, so if you guys haven't seen it yet, what the hell are you doing? Go to the movie here. Go away. Go and watch the movie. Okay, you need to watch this. But yeah, so we'll do spoiler-free right now, and then I will let you guys know when I'm going to start spoiler talk. So, initial opinions. It was really, really good. I'm sorry, I'm trying to decide what I can and can't say without it being spoiler-filled. First off, seeing all the characters come together in this movie was just unreal. There was so many different superheroes. I mean, we got the Avengers, we got Guardians. It's crazy. I loved the Black Order in this. The Black Order was sweet. Corvus, Black Dwarf, or he's not Black Dwarf. What is he called in this? Cole Obsidian or something like that. I'm calling him Black Dwarf because that's his name in the comics. And I'm calling them the Black Order and not the Children of Thanos. So you guys are going to have to deal with it. But, yeah. Actually, does he? Oh no. Black Dwarf's a Walmart or Walgreens exclusive. So he's not on this box. I was going to see what his name was, if it was Black Dwarf or Cole Obsidian. But, anyways, ignore my rambling. The Black Order was flipping awesome. Thanos was just great. Really, really good. There was a perfect balance, in my opinion, between like the serious stuff, because it's a serious movie, but the comedy in it is just great. They hit the mark every single time. Absolutely hilarious at certain parts. They laugh out loud comedy. It was really funny and really serious at the same time. Really good storytelling. All the characters get a time to shine on the screen, kind of like Civil War, in my opinion. Like Civil War, all the characters had their own little time to shine. It may not have been a large scene, but they did have a little bit in which they were able to fight against a hero or whatever. So each character got a moment to shine, and same thing with Infinity War. And actually, like, Thanos is the main character of this movie, not Iron Man, not Captain America. Thanos is the main guy, in my opinion. I think he probably has the most screen time. I mean, Thanos is the main character of this movie. It's not an Avengers movie, it's a Thanos movie. So yeah, it was really cool, really, really awesome. If you haven't seen it, you need to go and see this. It's really hard to talk about this, guys, without spoiling anything, so I think I'll probably just pop into spoilers, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Should we start spoilers, guys? Oh, no. I need to rate it first. I would give this movie a 2 out of 10. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to have to give it a... I think I have to give it a 10. I mean, the hype behind this movie, it lived up to the hype. Definitely. It surpassed the hype, in my opinion. It was flipping awesome. I was looking forward to this, and it definitely lived up to my expectations. It was so funny, so good. It was super serious at times, and they balanced it perfectly, in my opinion. The characters were great. Acting was great. Action was awesome. The CGI looked really, really good on a lot of parts. So, most of it. I mean, there was like one scene I can think of that was like, a little iffy. But it was still really good CGI, in my opinion. So, I can't think of any reason to not give it a 10. So, I'm going to go with a 10, I guess. So, yeah, 10 out of 10. Avengers Infinity War. Alright. So, I'm going to give you guys a second to go away because I'm going to start spoiler talk in just a minute. So yeah, definitely go watch it if you haven't. There we go. Alright, spoiler talk begins in 3, 2, and 1. Spoiler talk, guys. Get out. Alright. I was rooting for Thanos to get the Infinity Stones this entire movie. I mean, you're watching this and you want him to get the Infinity Stones because you know when he gets them all, like, it means shit for the superheroes. They're screwed. And so when he got them, oh my gosh, I just went insane. And then he did it. He did when he snapped and started to wipe out half the universe. My mind just, oh my gosh, mind blown. It was awesome. I was really, really happy with that. The way they did the deaths too, in my opinion, was pretty good. Loki and Heimdall was a good choice for deaths. And then killing Gamora was a very good choice. I think Gamora was a better decision than having them kill like Nebula or something, just because Gamora has a really strong emotional attachment to like Star-Lord and all the other Guardians, whereas Nebula is just kind of there. I mean, a lot of them hate Nebula, and she's kind of more of a pain in the ass for them as they're having to stop her and deal with her because she's kind of like an anti-hero, I guess, in the Guardians. And so, so Gamora's death was really impactful, and seeing Red Skull too when Thanos is getting the Soul Gem and he has to sacrifice Gamora. Seeing Red Skull was really cool. Just a little tribute, to Captain America, the first Avenger, it was really cool how they kind of brought in parts of all the different Marvel movies and how you needed to watch everything in order to fully understand the entirety of this film. So, really, really great. And then when he snapped, the only criticism I would have from those deaths was Spider-Man's death was really emotional, as you can tell. Assuming you've seen it. If you're watching spoilers and you haven't seen the movie, like, what the hell are you doing? Go away. But assuming that you've seen it, Spider-Man's death was really emotional. But all the other characters weren't really. They just kind of disappeared. So I think it would have been better to have a couple emotional deaths. I mean, you can get rid of like Bucky and Falcon or whatever. That's fine, as they're kind of more side characters. But the main characters, you really, in my opinion, need to have more emotional deaths. Spider-Man was great because a lot of people have an emotional attachment to the Spider-Man character. They love Spider-Man. But I feel they should have done the same for Black Panther, based off of Black Panther's success. Black Panther was such a big character, and he still is over the past couple months because of his movie. So I feel like they should have done a more dramatic thing for his death instead of him just popping, going away, I feel that Scarlet Witch and Vision should have had a better moment. Like, I don't know. Did he kill them? Thanos? No, they disappear. But what should have happened is, like, they both together, like holding their hands or whatever, crying, and then they both disappear together. That would have made for a really great moment. But yeah, overall, it was really good in terms of the deaths. Another thing that I wish we did get to see was the destruction of Xandar. They just kind of talked about how Thanos went and got the stone from Xandar a week ago or whatever. But I don't know. I mean, it's fine. I don't really care that much. But it would have been kind of cool to see him just mess the shit up out of Xandar. But yeah, that being said, it is still kind of cool. And maybe they did that for a reason. I mean, maybe we're going to get Nova introduced or something, which would be awesome. I'd really like Nova to be in the MCU. So maybe we'll see something like that. I don't know. So they may have reasons for not showing him destroying Xandar. Not quite sure. In terms of comedy, the movie was just spot on. I mean, honestly, it was really, really funny. The stuff with the Guardians was freaking hilarious. I mean, Star-Lord deepening his voice to sound like Thor, really funny. What else? I mean, honestly, like looking at Thor when he's on the ship, and they're like, oh, he's an angel mixed with a god. He's like, oh, he's so strong but so beautiful. And then Star-Lord's like all offended because he's afraid that Gamora is gonna end up falling for Thor. It was just hilarious. I love the part when Star-Lord ends up ambushing Iron Man and Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and crew. And then he's like, "Where is Gamora?" And then Iron Man goes, "I'll do you one better. Who is Gamora?" And then it like cuts to Drax, and then Drax is like, "I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?" I mean, it's just hilarious. Really, really funny movie. Oh, the Iron Spider suit. Oh my gosh, it looked awesome. It wasn't the red and gold that we're used to from the comic books, but it just looked so freaking good. And when the legs popped out from behind, oh my gosh, I just freaked out. I was so happy to see that they did do the legs, because I don't think we saw that in any of the trailers. So I was definitely happy to see that. Really, really cool. Like I said, the Black Order was great. Corvus was great. My favorite was probably Ebony, just because I feel like he was kind of the main guy, I guess, in terms of the Black Order. Granted, Corvus is their general in the comic books, but I think Ebony got the most screen time, and he just shows how powerful he is. Like, they chuck Black Dwarf at him, and all he does is wave his hand like this, and just Black Dwarf goes flying out the side. He's just cutting stuff in half with his mind. I mean, Ebony is a real powerhouse. Another thing with the Black Order, Proxima's dead. Black Dwarf's dead. We know that. We don't know about Ebony. He's probably dead, but it is possible that he didn't freeze to death out in space. I mean, we don't know. But I don't think Corvus is dead, because in the comic books, Corvus is his staff, right? If it gets broken, then he dies. But as long as it's intact, he's immortal, and he'll keep regenerating. And as far as I can remember, I don't think they ever broke the staff. And so, if I'm correct, Corvus should regenerate and come back for Avengers 4, which would be awesome. I mean, because the Avengers think that they've killed all the Black Order and that they've dealt with everything, and now they just have to deal with Thanos and come back from all the death that happened in this movie. But it would be freaking cool to have like Corvus and Ebony come back and just ambush the Avengers. That would be sweet if we could see that. But that being said, I don't know. They do change stuff with the movies, as we've seen before. But that would be definitely really cool if that did happen. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say other than the fact that it was amazing. I mean, really, really mind-stunning effects. All the different stones, we get to see the powers of each individual stone. He uses them. I mean, he uses the reality stone to have an alternate reality. Gamora thinks that she killed him, and then he reveals what actually happened. I mean, all sorts of stuff. We see the time stone when he reverses time to take the stone from Vision. Really, really cool. Oh my gosh, Peter Dinklage as the dwarf it was so funny, because Peter Dinklage is a short dude, right? But they like enlarge the dwarf, and so the dwarf is bigger than everybody, which it's just hilarious. I mean, and it's just funny because he still looks like a midget. I mean, he looks tiny. So it's like a tiny dude that's just been enlarged on the screen, it was just hilarious. I mean, honestly, really funny. Oh yeah, and another thing with the pops, I was wondering why the Thor pop had his eye back, not like an eye patch, but we know now because he gets the eye from Rocket, which is the one that Rocket took back in Guardians 2, I believe, which was really, really funny. Especially like Thor's putting it in his eye, and the Rocket's like, "I wouldn't touch that. That's been up," or "I would have washed that first. That's been up my," and then it just like cuts. Oh my gosh, just hilarious. Yeah, really, really funny. So, yeah, definitely gonna be picking this one up. Obviously, I pick up all the Marvel movies, but this one is a definite must. As I said before, 10 out of 10. Really, really good. Hulk in the Hulkbuster was really cool. I do wish we saw Hulk in the movie, other than the fact when Thanos basically just beats Hulk's ass, which was really cool. I mean, Thanos just hands it to Hulk, which is really cool to see. Like, Hulk thinks he's the strongest, but then Thanos just comes over and whips his ass. And it's like, it just shows how strong Thanos is. I mean, he beats Hulk without struggle. I mean, it's really, really cool scene. And then after that, we don't see Hulk anymore other than Bruce Banner inside the Hulkbuster. But that would be really cool. In Avengers 4, I do think that he's going to come out as Hulk, and he might get so pissed that he becomes like World Breaker Hulk from the World War Hulk comics, which would be, that'd be sweet. But I don't know. So overall, great movie. Definitely enjoyed it. All of the characters were really good, really funny, and really serious at times. Really, just overall a great movie. There we go. That's going to wrap it up for the review. Also, in the comments, please keep it spoiler free, guys. I don't want to have the movie spoiled for people that haven't seen it yet. So if you have seen the movie, try and keep it spoiler free. And if you do spoilers, like, put spoiler alert, guys. Like, don't be a dick about it. Put spoiler alert, and then put your spoilers. I mean, I'm more than happy to talk spoilers about it, but at least just say that there's going to be spoilers in it. Say spoilers, and then go down a couple lines, press enter a few times, and then write your spoilers. That's fine with me. But don't, in the comments, just put Gamora dies. Like, really? Come on, don't do that. Honestly. So, yeah. Thanos demands your silence, guys. There we go. That's wrapping it up for the review. So, like I said, let me know what you thought about Infinity War, and if you are going to put spoilers, say spoiler alert down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, and then subscribe if you want to stay updated for more content every single week, as well as the last final part of the marathon, is what we're calling it here on the channel, which is kind of 3 videos to kick off May. We did the Free Comic Book Day haul, we've got the Infinity War review, and lastly I'm going to do a singled out, which is where I review a single issue. I'm going to be reviewing the Spider-Man issue that came out for Free Comic Book Day. So, there we go. That's wrapping it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all later.